it seems really important for us to take the time to really deeply introduce students to the local ecology, to the particular like trees and plants and animals of this region, to really have students on a daily basis really doing things with their hands, whether those are kitchen and cooking skills or soil and gardening and kind of manual like gardening work, farming work, but also like handcrafts, things like knitting and wood carving, working with power tools. These are things that I think students, especially in an era where many have come from parts of their curriculum, parts of their high school education or college education where they're largely on the computer. I think that I'm seeing just a lot of growth and a lot of like satisfaction and a lot of just grounding coming from those types of experiences. I see students, my students, other students who are applying and coming to Thoreau College seeking that out, and not finding it in a higher education that's been increasingly focused on the vocational, increasingly kind of virtual and online, increasingly very sort of technical. And so, yeah, I think an approach of education that really does address character, that addresses community, that addresses deep kind of explorations of meaning, those are increasingly hard to find. And I think that without those, our culture is in big trouble, and a lot of individual people are in big trouble, because that's essential to living a successful and happy life, is having rooted kind of sense of why you're here and what you're doing, and a sense of competence in tackling the problems and opportunities that come along. And what we're trying to do here at Thoreau College, and really understands that all aspects of running an organization are part of the curriculum, from feeding people to maintaining and cleaning and constructing the facilities, to fundraising, to recruitment, to communications. So everything that we're doing is part of the curriculum. Everything that we're doing, we are seeking to bring the students into in a very active way to really make it possible for everyone in the organization to have a real active, like consequential stake in decisions that are made. And so the more that is realized, and the more the students feel comfortable in taking on those roles, I think the more vibrant and exciting the whole project is. So we have formal internship relationships, partnerships with several different local nonprofits and also businesses and farms. They include the Youth Initiative High School. They include the Community Hunger Solutions, which does work with food issues in our community. We are in the midst of the creation and operation of a greenhouse business, Thoreau's Garden, where we're raising plants for a spring garden sale and geraniums for the local cemetery. This is an operation where students are doing both technical work on maintaining and developing the facility, raising plants, working with compost and soils, and also working with business, marketing, and working with the public. And so I think that's a really embodied, like practical problem-solving context that's been exciting to see play out. Behind Thoreau College, permeating our programs is really is the idea of relationship, right? Relationship between the participants in the program, right? We're working on building really an intergenerational life-sharing community, right? A college campus is perhaps another name for an intentional community. And I think we're taking that idea, which has always been implicit in the campus, actually seriously and explicitly. We're sharing meals, we're actually growing a significant part of our own food, we're sharing decision-making, participatory kind of development of the organization as a whole. And also, it's a core part of our curriculum in terms of relationship between human beings and the natural world, relationship between the individual and community, and the relationship in some even more basic level between subject and object, between inner and outer. And so that's a theme that really runs through all of what we're doing. That's what makes me really excited. I think it lies at the basis of many of the conversations that we are having in our culture right now about culture, about politics, about economics, about ecology. Is what is the nature of and the types of relationships that we should be tending to, and and what does that look like to have really a whole and thriving and vital set of network of relationships?